All right, let's see. Who do we got waiting here? Oh, cool. There's a couple people waiting already. What's up, guys? I'm pretty excited. Today is going to be an intense mobility day, which is my favorite thing. So you're not going to need anything other than a little bit of space and your body today. It's going to be a little bit different than a normal workout. I know that my last one was all movement based. This is going to be a lot of like intense stretching and moving through different positions. So we're trying to get like a huge range of motion going in our body. So make sure you have some water. Make sure to let me know who's in here. I'm going to put your name in the chat. I'm going to see who's here. Hey, Miriam. Grace. We're going to wait 3 minutes past the hour to start today. Yes, hello, Ezra. Hello, Vera. I think one of you, I think Ezra is the one that asked to do like a stretching or like flexibility day. That's what today is going to be, dude. What's up, Win? Win, you're very welcome. It's a mobility day. Dude, Leah, in my head when I was making my plan, I was like, Leah's gonna, if she's here, she's gonna love this. Even Elsie. Hello, girls. People are rolling in. Sweet. The only thing you all are going to need today is water. We're doing like a really intense stretching and stability day, and then we're going to end with some core. I figured Ezra was going to be happy. I'm excited. I think this is our last, I believe this is our last live stream workout because all of our other ones are going to be on Ring Central now for team. We all get to actually see each other instead of me just talking to the chat box. All right, we're going to wait 3 or 4 more minutes for people to show up, and then we'll get started. We're going to start by sitting on the ground. You'll notice me checking my phone for some of these things because I'm going to have a timer going. But everything that we do is going to be done in a set of 10 today. Hello, Chloe. Chloe, it's mobility day. You're very welcome. Are you guys excited for the Ring Central workouts? I am very excited for those. Also, send me your yearbook photos and your 5-second clip of you climbing something. Darn it. Hello, Ben Fraley. All right, we're gonna wait 2 more minutes. 2 minutos. Hey, Will. Hey, buddy. All right, 2 more minutes. I purposely did not stretch that much this morning and before this because I wanted to give you guys like a real-time experience of somebody who is. Can we double dip on things in our spreadsheet? Like I said, yep, yeah. Totally. That is totally okay for you to double dip. I didn't stretch that much today beforehand, which is different. I normally stretch every morning for a good long amount of time. But I wanted to show you guys what somebody who's like hypermobile. I'm a pretty mobile, flexible person. What's up, Ami? What it looks like even for me to stretch, because there's some things that I still find very difficult even with my mobility. And then we can all go through it together. There's little nuances that we're going to talk about. All right, in 1 minute is when we're going to start, and we're all going to start by sitting today. Dude, you guys are in, like, this is going to be the chillest workout for maybe some of you. Oh, wow, I can already feel my hamstrings being very tight. All right, let's see. It's 3 minutes after. We are going to start. All right, for today's mobility, this is the way that we're going to work. We're going to work from our toes, through the ankles, legs, hips, up into the torso. We're going to get into those shoulders. We're going to work on the neck, and then we're going to stop in our wrists and fingers. And we're going to do mobility for all parts of that. And then if we have time, we're going to end with a core workout that we do for our strength and power classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So what I want you to do is start by having your feet directly out in front of you. And remember that we're looking for a 90-degree angle. That 90-degree is like this. Who is that? Charizard. Should I take off my socks? If you want to, dude, I'm trying to think. If you want to, you don't need to. Good question, though. For that 90 degrees, right? We want our backs straight up. We don't want to be sitting there like this with the classic head forward, rounded back. So what I want you to do is pretend like your butt is a drill and there's screws underneath you and you're pushing that down. So you should feel that spine elongate, and there's a string on the top of your head right here. And it's pulling you up, and you bring that navel in, the belly button, into the spine, close that rib cage, open up the shoulders, and you can press down into the ground next to you if you need to. We're going to start by working with our feet. So the first thing that we're going to do is flex the feet towards us. So those toes, I want you to pull them forward as much as you can. For some people, that's going to look different. So you can see with mine that my feet actually come back a little bit. Some people are only here where it's another 90-degree angle. But we're going to start with both of them pulling back, and we're going to hold it there for 10 seconds. Make sure that you're keeping that posture. Hey, Mabel. All right. With the left foot, keeping it flexed, we're going to point the right foot as hard as we can forward. So one thing that I want you to think about is that when you're pulsing this, it's not just pulling down, it's pulling out as well. So the foot should feel like it goes down and then forward a little bit. But that left foot still pulses for us, and then we're just going to switch it. So we're just going to do these flexing points. We're going to do 10 on both sides, keeping that posture nice and good. So really bring that navel in, close the rib cage, open the shoulders up, string on the top of the head. Start with pointing the right foot forward. Take it nice and slow, and really try and flex and point as hard as you can. Make sure to point as hard as you can. Five more on both sides. Make sure you're really flexing that foot back as you're pointing it forward. It's a little bit of a coordination drill. One more on both sides. Nice. I can feel that on my glutes. All right. Up next, I'm going to actually put my hands next to me like this and push in a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to do some ankle circles. So we're going to flex those feet towards us again. So those toes are going to angle towards us. Then we're going to bring them apart from each other. Point them forward. Bring them together forward. And then flex back like that. We're going to do that 10 times. And I want you to do it super slow. So really feel the motion. Every time that you go through, you should try to be getting your toes closer together as possible. Some people might be able to touch their toes together when they're down there. Who knows? All right, everybody, here we go. We have 10 of them total. Start by flexing. Turn it out. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway there, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9. Take this one super slow motion. Nice. Go and shake those legs out, shake those toes out. We're going to go into something called the kneeling toe curls. And we're going to sit on our toes like this with our toes, the top of our feet on the ground. Our butt goes onto the heels. We're going to take our hands and place it next to our knees up in front. We're going to try to keep a straight back through this, so really bring that navel into the spine. We take it and we just raise our knees like this and bring them back down. So we're really trying to stretch the top of the foot and stretch the top of the ankle as well. So we have 10 of these, and make sure that you're really pressing into the ground. You don't want to put too much weight on that. You just want to get enough of a stretch. The weight really is on your hands more than it is your toes. So we have 10 of these, and here we go. I try not to lean too much out on those smaller toes. I really try to put it over my bigger toe. 5 more. Nice. Whew. Go ahead and shake those legs out. So remember that mobility is just like strength, right? Some of us can lift heavier things, right? So just because Chloe Miller can curl 90 pounds with one arm doesn't mean that I can. The same thing goes for mobility. So just because somebody like Leah can do the splits relatively easily without warming up doesn't mean that all of us are going to be able to. Mobility is just like strength, where we have to work towards something in order to obtain it. So all these things that we're doing are there to help us get to that point. The next one that we are going to do, some of you might already do this. Let's see, Chloe. Oh, the other Chloe. Hello, Chloe Brzezinski. Who else is here? What's up, Brody Large? The next one we're going to do is an overhead fold, and then we're going to pulse our legs. And so really try to pull yourself up, and we're going to take our hands with the palms up, go out to the side so that it opens up your chest. We're going to bring our hands above our head. Flex those feet back as much as you can, pointed at you. And we're going to forward fold over and grab the toes, the ankles. If this is as far as you can go, that's fine. Take a couple deep breaths though, and walk those hands forward if you need to. For people that can touch your feet, can you grab them like this? Can you only grab them on top? Can you do the inside? Can you go all the way around? It's up to you. Wherever you're at, I want you to just hold that there for about 3 breaths, all right? I'm gonna join you. So go ahead and hold it. 3 deep breaths. Nice. We're gonna bend that right leg and then bend the left leg. So these are the pulses. We're gonna do 10 of these total. So let's start with the right one with 1. Nice, halfway there. With every time that you pull, see if you can grab further. I lost count. Let's just do 2 more on both sides. All right, hold that there for another 3 breaths. Try to relax every time. Drop that head forward. Awesome. Go ahead and shake those legs out. Whew, that like went from the bottom of my ankle all the way up to my glutes. That was awesome. All right. The next one that we're going to do is quite a common one on team. For those of you that are on teen and comp team, we do these quite a bit. We're going to do 90-90s. So we're going to start with our legs, making 2 angles with each other, right? And that knee should line up with the heel, and we're looking for a square, okay? Try and just sit in this and drive that glute of the back leg down into the ground for a moment and feel that stretch through the top of the hip. And go ahead and relax in that position. I'm going to show everybody what these look like first. So those of you that know how to do them, you don't have to start it yet. Everybody else that's new, so that would be like youth, ascent, we team. We are going to take our feet and keep them exactly where they are, but we're going to rotate over and try and match that, okay? For everybody though, this is like a newer thing we're gonna do with it. We're going to, if you guys wiggle around a little bit, it's fine. These tend to move your body. Once you rotate over to the side, sometimes we stand up on our knee. Because we're doing mobility today, we're actually gonna lean over and come back up. So we have 10 of these total, 5 on both sides. Let's start facing our body to the left, so that left leg is in front, right leg is in back. And we're gonna rotate over. Try to keep your body as upright as possible and lean and rotate and lean and rotate. Good job, everybody. Make sure that you're staying engaged and don't speed through this. Two more on both sides. And one more both sides. I started screaming forward. Nice. Good job, everybody. Go ahead and shake those legs out and grab a little bit of water if you need to. Make sure to know, there's a bunch of people that have even said that they're here. Make sure to let us know who's here. So that area that we were just working on, right? That full hip, we have the three muscles in our butt. We have the glute med, we have the glute max, and we have the glute minimus, the three butt muscles. And then we have that hamstring that runs all the way down the side. What's up, Andrew Barthel? We have our front hip muscles, or our muscles. And this entire area is all connected to each other. So in order to warm up our hamstrings for, doing something as advanced as like a split, we need to be able to warm up the front of our hips as well. So the next one that we're gonna do is one of my favorites. We're gonna do a glute stretch. So we're gonna lay on our backs, and let me see, can you guys see me okay? Boom. We're gonna lay on our backs. Your right ankle goes on your left knee, and the right arm goes through that leg and grabs the left knee. To show you what that looks like, right? It's gonna look like this. My other hand goes on the outside of the knee, and this elbow, if you can bring it in enough, pushes against my right knee like this. So I'm getting this push out this way, but a pull in this way. So just like that, we're gonna hold that for about, let's do 20 seconds on both sides. So go ahead and get in that position. I'm going to start my timer in 3, 2, 1. Remember, the more that we breathe, the easier this is going to be. You don't have to pull super hard either. You don't have to like crank it back or anything. Just give yourself like a nice little bit of pressure on that left knee pulling towards you and pushing that right knee away. Oh, it was already 20 seconds. Nice. Go ahead, stretch that out a little bit. And we're going to switch over to our left ankle on our right leg. Go ahead and thread that left arm through. And 20 seconds begins now. Nice. Go ahead and shake that out. I know that this maybe isn't the like super intense, sweaty, like strength workout that some of you may have been hoping for, but this is just as important. And tomorrow on Thursday, I'm doing my power class at 6 o'clock. So if you do want to get that like really intense workout in, you can tune in to that one as well. All right, so the next one that we're going to do is coming in and out of a motion. Most all of us should be familiar with downward dog, right? So we get in that quad formation where we have nice even pressure in a square. Dig those toes in and pop into the downward dog. And we're just going to pulse a little bit. Do it at your own pace. Feel how tight it is back there. We really want our head, the crown of our head, to be going towards the ground on this, because if I'm up, I'm not getting the full mobility. So go ahead, just pulse through that. And then what we're going to do is rock through a plank into up dog and really feel it stretch through your hip. And I like to lean, I'll show you guys. I like to lean to one side during this because then the top of my hip flexor gets a nice stretch as well. You can feel it on the front side. And we're going to go back into the downward dog from there. So that motion coming in and out of downward dog into up dog, we're going to do 10 of that total each time. Try to give like 2 pulses to each side. We're going to start in downward facing dog. And give yourself some pulses. And into up dog. Does this count as cardio exercise? I don't know, Ben Fraley. Make sure that you're rotating both sides. Wow, my left hip flexor is very tight. Ben Fraley, I think because you're a runner, this wouldn't be the most intense version of it. Into upward, or into down dog. And into up dog. And downward dog. We can speed it up a little bit. Into up dog. And downward dog. And up dog. Hello. I can't see who's saying hello. My screen is a little bit blurry for me. And downward dog. Let's make this one the last time. So really get your stretches in. Up dog. This is our last time. Lean back and forth into that. Really feel the top of that hip flexor. Whoa. Nice. Go ahead and give yourself a little bit of a break in child's pose. Great job, everybody. Christy. Oh, hi, Will. Hey, buddy. All right. Ooh, you guys see my hat here today? You're lucky. This is on the internet forever now. All right. The next thing that we're going to do is a pigeon sequence. So we should all be familiar at this point with pigeon. So for those of you that might not be, one leg goes behind you, the other leg comes in front, and we really try to not let, I don't want to see, or I don't want you to be doing this. I don't want that left hip, when your left leg is in back, don't let that left hip come up. Really try to push it forward. And if you're looking to get a glute stretch as well, which you all should, bring that leg that's forward a little bit more forward. You don't have to force it. I put a little bit of a pressure because my glutes are tight, so it pulls that foot back. We're going to hold this here for about 10 seconds. And we're going to fold over the pigeon. Maybe try to push that leg a little bit more forward. Go ahead and fold over. Hold this for 10 seconds. Make sure we're breathing through all of this. You can let that foot in front relax a little bit, but we're going to take that foot that's in back of us, and we're going to try bringing it up. And then wherever you're at with this, if you need to hold it, if it just stays up like this and that's as much as you can do, that's great. We're starting out, right? However, if you're a little bit more mobile, let's try to bring that leg in. And if you really want to, you can go down to an elbow or even lay on it. We're going to hold this for 10 seconds. Go ahead and release that. We're going to dig that left foot and back up to ease out of the pigeon. Do a little bit of a downward dog. And let's bring that left leg forward into a left pigeon. I'll switch angles so you guys can see what I'm doing. Go ahead and just feel that and bring this foot a little bit more forward. So we're going to hold 10 seconds. And if you can, push that foot a little bit more forward. And let's lean forward over it. 10-second hold. And bring that foot up in back, wherever you're at with this. 10-second hold. Go and release. Dig those right feet in back. Left leg comes back, downward dog. Not bad, everybody. Wow, I'm feeling it. How are all of you doing out there? Is this easy? Is this hard? Is this weird? Is it different? Let me know. I take mobility very seriously. I think that it's one of the best things that we can have as a climber. So it starts now with all of you. All right, we're gonna go into a side hurdler stretch. So Ami, this is for you. You're welcome. We're gonna start by bringing our right leg out. Our left leg comes in. A nice, easy stretch. Grace, yes, Grace. Right hand reaches to right toe. If you can get to your right toe. If you can't, it's okay. You can grab your ankle. You can grab your knee if that's where you're at. Remember that if you're in this area though, let's say that if you're from the top of your ankle to the bottom of your knee, if that's the only area that you're able to get, try to walk forward just a little bit, breathing really deep every time. But let's try to aim for those toes. The left arm, Ami, you're welcome, comes in back. And you're gonna try to grab that inner thigh. I'll show you what that looks like from behind. So we're grabbing and we're trying to grab that inner thigh. And we're gonna hold this here for about 10-15 seconds. Make sure to breathe, breathe, breathe. Keep deepening the stretch. Nice. Take that left hand now and release it. And now we're gonna go over and you're gonna try to grab both. If you're here and this is as much as you can do right now, and that's a good stretch for your side, that is okay. We are all at different points. But really try to get a nice deep stretch going. And don't fold over it. Open that chest forward. Whew, good job. We're gonna bring that right leg in to a butterfly. However, I don't want to see, or I don't want you guys to be flapping. All right, just hold it there for a moment. Try to use your own strength, not your elbows, to get your knees down more. Bring your feet in. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Awesome. We're going to do our left leg now. Bring that left leg out. Right leg comes in. We're going to grab that foot wherever we can, or that ankle or that leg. Walk it forward, deepen the stretch. Shoulder opens up on the right side. Right arm comes around to the inner thigh or wherever you're able to get right now. We're going to hold this for 10 seconds. Awesome, Grace. That makes me happy. Great. Release that hand from behind. And we are going to go overhead, holding it for 10 seconds. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Whew. Wow, my back is like opening up. It feels amazing. All right, that was our side hurdler. Oh, we're gonna come into a nice fun part. All right, so we're gonna get into a frog position. For those of you that don't know what that is, wow, my body's like so loose. This feels great. Knees come out, but I don't want to see heels touching in back. Try to get them separate from each other. We're going to go onto our elbows, and you're trying to keep a flat back. Don't arch during this. And we're actually going to rock in and out of this. So we're going to come forward and then come back into it. We have 10 of these rocks, trying to push more down towards the ground every time and out with the knees. So just 10 rocks. Make sure to breathe. Last one, really push back. Awesome. Bring the hands to the middle and push up, and knees come together. The next thing that we are going to do is we're going to work on center splits. It might sound scary. It's not. I promise you. Everybody's going to be a different point for this. So first things first, I think that we all are very used to, like, when we see somebody do the splits, it looks really easy to them. That person's been working on it for a long time, and some of us are just at the first stages for that. So the best you can do for a center split right now is just walking your feet out until your hands are on the ground, or whatever it might be. Try to keep those legs nice and straight. I don't want to lock them in place. Give a nice little bounce to them. But it's all good. If this is where you're at and that's where you're getting your stretch from, that's where you're going to hold it. See how far down you can go. I'm going to see how far. There we go. You're just going to hold wherever you're at. We're going to hold this for about, let's say, 15 seconds. Awesome. I'm going to walk my hands forward and ease myself out of that. That's good. That's all we have to do right now. If you practice that every day, sooner or later, you're going to get down there. That feels good. Dude, I think so too, Grace. This is what I do pretty much every morning. So this video is up for you forever now. So come back to it and do it every day. All right, we just did our center split. We're going to have, this one's going to be fun. We're going to do a forward hurdler stretch. So your foot is going to come forward. And we're going to have one leg straight in front of us. This leg right here, this toe, I'm going to walk it back just a smidge. So my foot is kind of like at the back of my butt. My knee is still off the ground. I'm going to hold this stretch right here for about 5 seconds. Then I'm going to walk forward. Let's see. Oh, I'm a little bit too out of frame. I'm going to walk forward and do a nice deep lunge. Really trying to push that hip with the leg that's going back towards the ground. And then we're just going to lean back into that first stretch again. We're going to rock in and out of this about 5 times. And forward into the lunge. Make sure to drop those toes in back. And rock back. And forward. 2 more times of the rocking, really trying to get that hip flexor stretch. And rock back. And forward. Last time with the stretch, I lost count. All right, we are now going to work on the right leg split. So you can keep your toes curled and back for now if you want. That other foot in front is going to keep flexed, okay? And if you're here right now and that's as far as you can go, if you're all the way up here right now, that's as far as you can go, it's okay. You're just going to hold that stretch for as long as you can. Trying to straighten that front leg out as much as possible because that's when you're really going to get the most out of it. So we're going to hold wherever we need to for about 15 seconds. Nice. Curl that leg and back and ease yourself out of it. Go ahead and give yourself a little bit of a rest. Great job. If you guys are trying this at home. Oh, bye, Ben. Thank you for being here. If this is challenging for you, or this is like a little bit of a new experience for you, the idea of like deep stretch and mobility, I highly suggest doing this. Like, just try the next 4 days in a row stretching like this. It's going to feel amazing. We're gonna do the same thing on the left leg. So right foot in back, left leg forward. Go ahead and grab those toes, hold it, and rock forward into a lunge. Really getting that hip towards the ground. And rock back. And forward. Rock back. And forward. Really make sure that hip is going towards the ground, you guys. Rock back. And forward. Really push through. And last time rocking back. Feel as deep of a stretch as you can. And forward. So my left leg split is actually not quite as good as my right leg. So you might see that mine is different. Yours might be different as well. Go ahead and we're going to get into that toes curled in back, heel in front. Yeah, this is about where I'm at on this side. We're going to hold for 15 seconds. Awesome. Go ahead and curl those legs. Ease yourself out of it nice and slow. Great job, everybody. Oh, man. We're all going to come back. Everybody's going to be like super strong and muscular, and everybody's going to be doing the splits up the wall. It's going to be amazing. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of water. That is pretty much it for our hip flexor, glute, legs, and toes. We're going to start working into our upper body, that like belly button area, up for mobility. For this upper body mobility, there's something really important to keep in mind through this. It's going to be easy for us to kind of not engage any of our muscles during this. And for some of them, you don't want that much engagement. But for other things that we're doing, especially when we're rotating our spine, you really want to make sure that your shoulders are back, chin is tucked in, and that your core is engaged. Okay, that's going to protect your spine from rotating too much. So don't push it. I mean, push it a little bit, but don't do it until your spine feels all weird. Just like until you start to feel a stretch or your body start to like give a little bit of pressure back, that's when you want to ease off. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into child's pose. And in child's pose, we are going to put our hands on our head like this. So I'm actually just going to open these up a little bit. My legs are going to be nice and open. My toes are flat on the ground. They're not curled underneath me. And I have my hands over my head, elbows on the ground. From here, we're going to open up only the right one, keeping the left one on the ground, and looking up, and then coming back down. We're going to do 10 of those on the right, 10 of those on the left. Keep it really strong and controlled the entire time. So here we go. Let's get into that pose. And we're going to open up on the right side with 10 of them. Exhale on the way up. Three more. Nice. Go ahead. Give yourself a moment's breath. I'm getting sweaty from this. Jeez. All right. We're going to do it again on the left side. So go ahead and get back into that child's pose. And we're going to open up to the left side. Here we go. Last one. Oh, there we go. Good job, everybody. All right. How are we all doing out there? We're going to take just a moment, a little bit of a moment's rest compared to just blowing through everything. All right, the next one that we are going to do, if nobody has anything to say, quiet group, Grace, yes, Grace. Grace, you're so psyched, dude. The next one we're going to do is cat-cow. So we're going to get a nice little stretch through the belly, nice little stretch through the back. When we go into that cat, first off, let's make sure that we have a nice, even square, right? We want pressure on all four. I'm going to keep my toes not curled under me this time because I kind of cheat through that a lot. So we're going to arch our back in, but I want you to engage that core, okay? Because right now what we're doing is that your spinal cord, your spine, is going into each other like that. But when we have core engaged, there's strength behind it, and that eases what we're doing, right? So we're not just like clanking it together back there. There's strength and control through it. So when we push down, our head comes up, our butt comes up a little bit too. And then we're gonna go all the way down, arching through the upper back, elongating the tailbone down, the head drops. And the way that I like to think about it is not just up and down with my head. I like to think about it as my head making like the letter C. So I'm reaching out when I'm coming up, and I'm reaching out when I'm coming down. So we have 10 of these total. Go ahead and get that form. And here we go. 3 more. Awesome. Good job, everybody. The next set that we're going to do 5 on both sides of this, and that is our classic quad rotation. Most of us do it, youth team through comp team. We do these every practice. Those of you that are wean ascent, this might be a little bit of a new one for you, but this is a classic one in our warm-up. We're going to get into that cat-cow position, right? But it's going to be a nice flat back the entire time. We're not arching it. We're really engaging our abs. The left or the right arm goes under the left, and then we're going to open all the way up, getting a nice deep stretch through that side. So we have 5 of these on both sides. Go ahead. Try reaching back further every time. And switch sides. Start with the left. Ooh, there's some sharp on the ground. Oh. All right, here we go. Nice. Great job, everybody. The time has come. We have made our way to standing on our feet. Go ahead and get a little bit of water really quick. I need to refill mine. All right. So we are going into our standing positions now. Let me see, what am I going to do for this? Let's move you guys all the way up here. Awesome. So for our standing ones, we're going to start by doing a classic inchworm. So we're going to start by just putting our hands in front of us like this. If your knees need to bend right now, that's okay. We're going to do 10 inchworms, and every time I want you to become closer and closer to doing a nice forward fold, pulling that body towards the ground, straight legs. We're going to walk just in and out of that right now into a plank form. No need to do a push-up. Make sure that butt gets nice and flat with your spine. Three more. One more, make it count. And just hold that forward fold for a moment. Come on up. We're going to shake that out. The next one we're going to do is a forward fold kind of motion. We're going to do 5 of these total. How it's going to look is our hands go above our head. And make sure that your feet are facing forward for this. I want your knees in line with your feet. We're going to really engage that core from this. And we're going to go forward. We're going to hold it. 3, 2, 1. We're going to come up to a table back, right? So we're trying to make a nice 90 degrees. If we had a teacup right here, I want to go down. And then we're going to go all the way down again. Hold 3, 2, 1. Our knees bend first, and then we're going to curl our tailbone in, dragging that body up with an arch until we're standing up straight. So we're going to do that entire thing 5 times. Go ahead, get your feet ready. Hands go above the head, forward fold. Hold 3, 2, 1. Up to a flat back. 2, 1. Forward fold. 3, 2, 1. We bend the knees. And hands go above our head. Forward fold. 3, 2, 1. Half back. 2, 1. Forward fold. 2, 1. Bend the knees. It's like we have little building blocks, right? Stacking the spine. Hands go above the head. Forward fold all the way down. We're reaching forward. 2, 1. Up to a flat back. 2, 1. Forward fold. 2, 1. Curl those knees. Stack that spine up. Head is the last thing that comes up. We have 2 more of these. Hands go above the head. Forward fold. Hold. 2, 1. Flat back. 2, 1. All the way down. 2, 1. Bend the knees. And last one, make it count. Really reach above. Really reach forward. And we come into a flat back. All the way down. And curl. Wow. Guys, I'm feeling really good right now. This feels great. This is a little bit more than what I would normally do, but I think this is my new normal morning routine. All right. We're going to do a little bit of standing rotation. So that child's pose that we did before with the rotations, we're going to do standing up in a little bit of a different way. So we're going to take our feet apart. They don't have to be super far apart, right? Because we want to get a stretch. Those of you that can do the center splits, don't go all the way down. We just need them a little bit wider than what our hips are. Our hands are going to come in the middle. Then we're going to walk over to the right side. Hold it there for a moment. And then we're going to open up and come back in. Open up, come back in. We have 5 of those on the right. Then we're going to walk our hands to the middle, hold it there for a moment. Walk our hands over to the left side, hold it there for a moment. And then 5 openings on the left side. Angle myself a little bit better. All right, here we go. Maybe I angle the camera down. Working with a new camera setup. I like it. All right, here we go. Go ahead and hands in the middle. We walk it over to the right side. Hold it there for 3 breaths. And we're going to open up left hand to sky and down. 2. 3. 4. And 5. We come back down, walk your hands to the center. Hold it there for 3 breaths. And walk over to the left side. Hold it there for 3 breaths. And open up, right hand to sky. Oof, that left hamstring. And down, and open, and down, open, down, open, down, one more, open, down, walk your hand to the center. We're gonna bend our knees and hang out in the center squat for a moment. And put your hands on the ground. And slowly bend those knees. Tailbone comes in first. We stack the spine on top of it. Shoulders roll back. And then the neck comes up. Whew. How are we all doing out there? I'm sure you all are crushing it right now. All right. We're getting close to the end, you all. I don't think we're gonna have time for core, but that's okay. This is a pretty intense workout, or a pretty intense stretch to begin with. So you're gonna need a wall for this one. I'm gonna use my patio door. You can use a door frame, you can use a normal wall, whatever you'd like to use. We're gonna start. You wanna make sure, you know how we always talk about how we don't want those shoulders roll forward. We really want that shoulder roll back, packed in, elongate that tailbone down. We're gonna place that elbow on the wall, step the inside foot forward, and then rotate out, and we're getting a nice deep pec stretch right here. And you wanna lean into it, really feeling that pec open up. We are going to hold it here for about 15 seconds. Make sure that tailbone is elongated down. Awesome. Next, we're gonna take our hand, place it against the wall, and then we're gonna get a nice little bicep stretch through this. And we're just gonna open up, and you're gonna try and really focus on this area right here with your stretch. We're gonna hold it there for another 15. Nice. Go in and shake that out. Wow, does that feel good? All right. The right arm goes, or whatever the other arm is that you were using. Inside foot, elongate that tailbone down. And open up. 15 seconds here. That was my tighter side. Hand goes straight arm. We're getting the bicep stretch. Awesome. Woo, shake that out, everybody. Good job. Ooh, ow. Just open up those shoulders a little bit. Awesome. Let's see, what time are we at? Great. Cool. Let me see. All right, we're gonna do some little neck stretches really quick. So we're just gonna bring that chin in. Don't let the head come forward. Don't pull it. We're just gonna shake our head yes, nice and slow, 3 times. And then we're leaning over to the left side, over to the right side. We do that 3 times. Nice job. All right, last but not least, we have some wrist ones that we're gonna do. Okay. These are really good ones for you all to be doing pre-climbing or just every day if you want to really get your mobility going. We're going to start by bringing both of our hands forward in that stop formation. And then we're just going to make 5 big circles, as big as we can. But we want to, actually, let's bring our elbows in because we want to keep our elbows where they are, shoulders where they are. We're just trying to move our wrists. So we're going to do 5 one way, 5 the other way. So here we go. The biggest circles you can. And 5 the other way. Oh, that left one is actually having a hard time. Nice. And we're gonna do little paw extenders. So we're gonna take our fingers and curl them all the way in, roll the fist forward, and we roll it back, and we elongate all the way up. So we're gonna do 10 of those total. You're gonna feel it really burn in your forearm, okay? Especially when you bring that wrist forward. So here we go, let's start fists, rolling forward and roll up. Really stretch out those fingers. And last one. Nice, shake it out. Last one that we're gonna do is just take our stop sign hand on the right side, and we're just going to rotate like that. That's all we're gonna do. Just 5 of those on the right, 5 of those on the left. Really try to get those fingers pointed back towards you. Nice. And then 5 on the left. I must have better mobility on my left side. Is that right one burn? Everybody, that is ARCT virtual practice for today. Thank you all so much. I know mobility is not always everybody's favorite, and it's not always the easiest for all of us to do, but I'm so stoked that you all did it. This video will be up forever, so if you want to do this every day, you can do this every day. This is a workout or an exercise that you can do every day, and it's not going to hurt you. You can only get better at it. So if you want to do it again, it's going to be posted. I love you all very much. Hour of Power tomorrow at 6 o'clock if you guys want to do a power workout. Otherwise, Ring Central Practice starts Monday with Teen Team. And then we'll see everybody for the virtual check-ins. I love you all. Have a good one. I'll be on for a little bit to answer any questions. Thanks, Chloe. Thanks, Grace. Leah, I hope you liked it. This is your jam, dude. Oh, I hope Ezra dug it. I hope this is what everything Ezra wanted. All right. Bye, everybody. We will see you next week.